Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering: if you see an error message saying NPB will damage your computer, you may have a browser hijacker installed. LJUY Ransomware joins the Stop Djvu ransomware family. ActivityInputd will damage your computer error messages, interferes with Mac users' activities. If you see an error message stating NPB will damage your computer may have a browser hijacker installed. This message is likely related to a browser hijacker that targets Mac users. Once in your device, be prepared for ads, unexpected redirects, and the installation potentially of other unwanted applications. Why are browser hijackers like NPB harmful, and how can you remove them from your computer? Browser hijackers like NPB are risky for several reasons. Unwanted redirections. They can redirect you to unreliable websites. Exposure to unreliable content. Browser hijackers may collect personally non-identifiable information, browsing history, and search queries, which could lead to exposure to deceptive ads, fake software updates, or fraudulent products. Browser modifications. Hijackers can modify your browser settings, changing your homepage or search engine, and it can be difficult to reverse. To remove browser hijackers such as NPB from your Mac, you should quit your browser. If the hijacker is affecting your browser, close it immediately. Use security software. Run a scan with a reputable antivirus or anti-malware software that's designed for Macs. It should detect and remove any hijackers or related files. Inspect applications. Check your applications folder for any programs you don't recognize or that were installed around the time the problem started. Check browser extensions. Go to your browser's extensions and add-ons page and remove anything that you didn't install. Clear browser data. Delete your browser history, cookies, and cache to remove any leftover traces of the hijacker. Reset browser settings. Restore your browser settings to default, and this can remove any changes made by the hijacker. Check systems profiles. Browser hijackers sometimes install profiles on your Mac. Check your system preferences for any profiles you didn't install. Update your software. Ensure that your operating system and all applications are up to date. Change passwords. After removing the hijacker, it's a good idea to change the password of your online account, especially if you suspect that your data may have been compromised. Monitor network settings. Make sure the hijacker has not altered your network settings like your DNS servers or proxy configurations. By following these steps, you should be able to remove browser hijackers like NPB and safeguard your Mac from future attacks. It's important to stay informed and vigilant as browser hijackers are constantly evolving. New strains of Stop Djvu ransomware are being discovered every week, and this time it's LJUY Ransomware. Like other associated strains of the prominent malware threat, this ransomware locks files and then demands a ransom fee. Infections like LJUY ransomware can be distributed through software bundles, so if you download freeware or pirated apps via torrent or cracked software sites, you can end up installing it. LJUY Ransomware locks most popular file types. During the file encryption process, LJUY Ransomware adds the LJUY extension to the affected files and leaves a ransom note on the computer. Once downloaded and installed, LJUY Ransomware employs the AES encryption algorithm to lock up your files. Oftentimes, information stealers like Zeus and Redline are deployed alongside ransomware, which allows hackers access to your sensitive information. The ransom note demands a ransom payment in order for victims to obtain a decryption key. The decryption key costs $980, but the ransomware's operators will offer a 50% discount and only charge $490 if you contact them within 3 days. The note also provides email addresses, support@freshmail.top and data restore help@airmail.cc for victims to use for communication. We do discourage establishing contact, as there's no guarantee that they'll provide decryption tools after payment or even communicate. It is important to note that LJUY ransomware does not just encrypt data, it may also attempt to delete shadow copies of the affected files on your computer, making data recovery extremely difficult, if not impossible. It's highly recommended that you never attempt to pay a ransom for a decryption key. As we state, this does not guarantee recovery of the encrypted files. How do I deal with the LJUY ransomware infection? To protect yourself from the LJUY ransomware attack, you should practice safe web browsing habits like refraining from opening email attachments from unknown senders and downloading programs from unreliable sources. You should also have a reputable malware remediation tool installed on your computer. That way, you can regularly scan for elements associated with this ransomware and other malware. Also, to reduce the damage of a future attack, please consider backing up your files on an external hard drive or cloud storage. If you see an error message stating ActivityInputd will damage your computer, you may have a potentially unwanted program installed. This message is likely related to potentially unwanted software that affects Mac computers. ActivityInputd may install itself with other unwanted apps and fake updates, supposedly relating to playing media content. Once it enters your device, be prepared for a surge of ads, unexpected redirects, and the potential installation of other programs. Why are programs like ActivityInputd unwanted, and how can you remove them from your computer? Programs like ActivityInputd are considered risky for several reasons. Exposure to unreliable content. They can track and collect your browsing data, search history, and other personally non-identifiable information, exposing you to intrusive online marketing tactics. Disruptive ads and redirects. These programs can inundate your browsing experience with ads and redirect you to unreliable websites. To remove potentially unwanted software like ActivityInputd from your Mac, you can follow these steps. Stop the process. Open Activity Monitor, find the process related to ActivityInputd, and force quit it. Uninstall suspicious applications. Go to your applications folder and drag any unknown or suspicious applications to the trash. Empty the trash after. Remove system extensions and profiles. Check your system preferences for any profiles installed by the adware and remove them. Use anti-malware software. Scan your Mac with reliable anti-malware software that can detect and remove unwanted software. Clear browser cache and cookies. This can remove tracking cookies and web data related to the PUP. Reset browser settings. Return your browser settings to default to reverse changes made by the unwanted program. Check for suspicious files. Look in the library folders for any recently added files that look suspicious and remove them. Update your software. Ensure your Mac OS and all applications are up to date with the latest security patches. Change passwords. After you've cleaned your Mac, change your passwords to ensure your accounts are secure. Back up your data. Regularly back up your data to recover it in case of a malware infection. It's important to be vigilant when downloading various programs or any software updates, as programs like ActivityInputd can masquerade as useful software. Always download from official sources and keep your security software up to date. You know, as I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like Spy Hunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. Spy Hunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. Spy Hunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, the Spy Hunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. Spy Hunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download Spy Hunter today. Thanks for watching.